Hey guys, it's your buddy Spidey here once again, bringing you another WoW video. Now in this video I thought I would share with you guys some of my thoughts on the new questing zones, followed by the content for the WoW expansion Battle for Azeroth. Now as you can see, we are in the first zone and it's called Zandalar. And my only complaint so far is that there had been a title duplication. What I mean by that is the continent, which was released in the beginning when Battle for Azeroth came out, was called Zandalar, and they decided to put one of the questing zones as Zandalar, which is a little bit weird and funny. But that may confuse a lot of people. However, the content within this area looks very, very nice. And since I recorded this in the daylight, it looks really spectacular. But I think it would look a lot better at night time, and I will be putting a picture of what it looks like at night. So this is the temple called Zandalar, and this is where usually, if you are Horde, you would start, your quest lines in the Battle for Azeroth. So this is like the first zone, if you will. And from my first impressions, it looks designed well, and there is a lot of space actually, and I'll be looking forward to flying around this temple so I can give you some camera angle shots of the temple, maybe in another video. And I will be making two separate videos, so this one's going to be just for Zandalar, the continent, and there'll be another one for Tyrus, which is in connection with the Battle for Azeroth quest lines in another video. So yeah, out of 10, I would give this zone a 8 out of 10, only because of that particular duplication. But there isn't just temples around here. There's forests, and there are some other areas as well to explore. So let's move on to the next zone. Okay, so as you can see now we are in a new area called Vol'dun, and this particular zone reminds me of Silithus and Uldum combined together. The reason for that is because we've got a lot of sand, we've got a lot of rocks, and we also have a few sandstorms probably around in the distance. But from where we are standing, we are at Vulpera Hideaway, and there isn't any sandstorms. But as you can see, there is a lot, and I mean a lot of sand and a lot of bones and skeletons, and I think this is primarily an artifact site where you can hunt for artifacts and look at all the ancient ruins and all that sort of thing, really. And it does look a bit deforested, if that's the word, because there's lots of trees that have been cut down, and yeah, it just looks really, really ancient. Yeah, so if you want to explore the sands and whatever, then come to Vol'dun, and out of 10 I would give this an 8.5, only because of the fact that it is a little bit deserted. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our next zone, which is going to be the final zone until the Tyrus video. So as you can see now, we have moved, and this is the zone called Nazmir. And this particular place is called Zabol Ruins. Now the reason why I've come here is because there had been an ancient war, I think, with the trolls and the spirits, or troll gods, let's say, known as Loas, or Loas, as they say, because they have a special type of, way in which you say Loa. And yeah, that is known as a wild god, let's say, that the trolls worship. And it seemed like there had been a massive battle here, and it seems like the bridge has seen better days and is now basically, destroyed, and this is kind of the remains of it, really. And as you can see, it looks a little bit misty, either because of the air in the area, or maybe because of the fact that there's a lot of smoke or whatever. I have no idea, but anyway, I would give this definitely an 8.5 out of 10 around this area. But there is one particular zone that I love to bits. This is Gloom Hallow, and what we're going to be doing actually is we're actually a few feet away from the zone that I like, area, let's say. And as you can see, there's a bit more light to the area, and we're going to be crossing this particular swamp with lots of plants and trees, and ooh, it looks very tropical and everything. And look, there's even a bullfrog. Hilarious. But this is the place to be if you want to, you know, have a little bit of relaxation or do a little bit of role playing, let's say, around this area, if you like your, you know, magic and all that sort of thing, really, and if you want to bring some life to the scene, etc., etc. This is Kragwa's Burrow, and this is one of the troll gods, or Loas, as they say, and this is called Kragwa the Huge. Now, you do a few quests with him, and he then pronounces you allied with the frogs, and he even assists you in battles and everything, and this is really, really fantastic. I mean, look at the lily pads. They look flatter than, well, not flat, but the edges around them look as if it's like a squished kiwi or something. It's a little bit funny, actually, and there's lots of, you know, flies around here, and it seems like they're catching some of the seeds within the lily pads or whatever, and it seems like they're just flying around my head. Well, they kind of are, but they're not. I haven't got like a debuff on them, and what I do is I move away from the lily pad, and yeah, they still stay there. So I don't have a debuff, let's say, but if I did have a debuff, then they would follow me. So yeah. So yeah, these are my reviews and thoughts of the zones for Battle for Azeroth, and I would give this particular place a 10 out of 10 for all of the content that it has, because of all the trees, the greenery, and that sort of thing. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching this part of the quest zones in the Battle for Azeroth, Zandalar, and I will move on to Kultyrus in the next video. So, thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys in part 2. Bye-bye.